It's up to you, my friends. The deadlines are up to you. Whether or not you succeed is up to you. And whether or not your project lives or dies is up to you. I know all that sounds a bit daunting. So if you're feeling a little bit lost and need somewhere to start, I suggest working backwards. In the following activity, we'll be defining the 3 main pillars for your project. Then backtracking in order to determine the prerequisite steps needed to get there. For example, if your ultimate goal is to write a children's book, then your month-long project might involve writing a few chapters. In this case, a key pillar might be the number of words you can write. Perhaps to write a single chapter, you need around 1,000 words. Now, what other pillars might be important or helpful for a project like this? Pause the video and take a minute to think of some off the top of your head. To answer that question, we might need to take a moment to consider the qualitative element of success. This is how we want the people who engage with our project to feel. We might ask ourselves, how enjoyable is this chapter? Then the next question to consider is, how can we convert that into something quantifiable? You could track your progress based on the number of students who read your book, then gave you feedback on your drafts. While it's hard to know just how enjoyable a story is, I think you'll be able to find that you get a better sense once you've spoken to 3 to 5 students, and maybe you can even ask them to rate it on a scale of 1 to 10. All right, now that you've seen some examples, it's time to put it all together. For this exercise, please identify the 3 main pillars for your MVP. Then set some hard deadlines and numbers so that after a month, you can clearly say whether you succeeded or not. Once you're finished with the table exercise, take a moment to write a short paragraph about how you want everyone involved to feel. Like I mentioned in the previous video, this is really more of an imagination exercise, and I want you to empathize with everybody who is a part of your project and consider how they might be feeling or thinking after the project comes to fruition. It's worth mentioning that this doesn't necessarily have to be a positive emotion. For instance, let's say that you guys were organizing an exhibition against anti-Asian hate, and there was a photograph of an old man who was injured due to a hate crime. In that scenario, you might be trying to evoke an emotion closer to pity or rage, rather than something like joy.